Hi everybody, you're watching the South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. Rob Pobblestone, after blowing a fuse last Friday, couldn't make the show this week, so we've brought in off the interchange bench the great Mark Aston. Mark, thanks for coming in.
Pleasure. How is Pop, by the way?
Well, he's calmed down. He broke out into a sweat last Friday. He's stressed. We had him hospitalised for a couple of days and a couple of tranquilizers during the week, and it looks like he's on his way back.
He gets very pumped up though, doesn't he?
Once he's on an issue, he doesn't like to miss it, let me tell you. And there is plenty coming up on this show too, mate. We've got triathlon, we've got bowls, we've got footy to talk about, cricket, horses.
Yes.
I know that's what
love
everyone loves.
Love it.
You do love the horses.
I wish I hadn't had that first bet in 1973, but that's okay. That's another story.
Is it hard to break the habit once you start?
Oh, Smithy, it is.
Yep.
Well, it's an addiction. I mean, look, it's an addiction. There's no question about that. And if I had my life again, I would have been a bit more careful. But if I had my life again, I'd still like to be involved in the racing, because it was in my blood.
Yeah.
You just have to be careful. And once you get the bug, and once it gets out of control, I'm not quite sure how we got onto this, but once it gets out of control, it's very dangerous. And I've had to pull it back a number of times, no doubt about it.
All right, time for us to get over to Olivia Mason and find out what's been happening in South Australia in sport this week.
Thanks, guys. The Australian Champions League footy competition has a new champion. Waikerie defeated Barossa District in the final, played on Saturday at the Theverton Oval. With perfect conditions, the day was packed with fast and competitive footy, setting the stage for an exciting final. Despite a great effort from Barossa District, Waikerie were able to take control of the game and win the final by 38 points. The organisers of the Champions League said the feedback from the clubs has been very positive, and they are looking forward to an even bigger and better event in 2018. And the second Australian Premiers League Football Carnival was held at Theverton Oval as well last weekend. This carnival features the premier clubs from country and metropolitan South Australia. Here is Chris McDermott talking to a couple of the players at Theverton Oval.
Hey Brett, flying start, knocked off the reigning champs in game one.
Yeah, look, it's an exciting format. Games are over and done with pretty quick, so if you don't get a good start, which we probably struggled early, I think if the game had gone another couple of halves, then we would have been all right. You get the control, you can adjust, but you don't know what the other sides are going to do, so it's really hard to find your balance early, your matchups, understand how they want to play, how we want to play, and then get control. So great to get the result, but we've got a few things to work on.
Prince Alfred Old Collegians, how did you end up there?
Yeah, I barely went to school, so...
Correct.
It's no, look, it was just an opportunity that popped up accidentally, really. I've been in the SNFL system for a few years coaching with South and Glenelg. Decided to take a year off, and somehow the brains trust of the footy club, Jim Parkinson, who thinks he runs the show, gave me a call and said, would I be happy to come and have an interview and apply for the job as coach, and did it. And look, it's been great, love it. Great footy club, great people, and just an enjoyment to go back and have some fun and coach footy.
Why is it so successful? It's got a magnificent name in South Australia. What's it doing right?
I think it's just the people in the club, the people, the committee are such good people. Yes, they're businessmen and they're well educated, but they're just good people first and foremost. The character of the group is phenomenal. We've got some really strong leaders both on the playing field and outside of that, and it's a good culture to be associated with.
Did you ever get a kick at Theverton Oval?
Didn't play it too often. But yeah, I reckon we play one or two games here, but not a lot. So
and we got grass on it for a change.
I might play the second game.
What's your charter for the championships today? Are you here to win it, or is it about getting some game time into your players?
Oh, it's a real balance. I love winning. If we play marbles in the backyard, I want to win. So that's no different out here. But for us, round one's in 2 weeks, so this is our last real hit out before we play round one. So the opportunity to have a look at a few guys in different roles. I reckon that game we played one of our probably starting 6 mids. We played our fullback in the ruck. So it's just an opportunity to have a look at guys. If we happen to get through and we play the last game today, bloody hard to win. But at the moment, it's more just it's our last hit out. It's an opportunity to see guys in different roles and play against some good opposition.
And for you personally?
It's
and get a coaching gig. You've got aspirations to coach at another level?
Yeah, look, I want to coach.
Yep.
I'd love to still be playing, and the body probably allow you to, but I want to coach. So it's great to be able to sit back, educate, teach some of these young kids. We played 2 of the kids today from the school.
Yep.
That are first and second 18 at Prince Alfred College, just to get them into our system, start to build a bit of that culture from the school back to us for future years. So that was really exciting to see a few of those kids play. And I think we had 2 guys overall that didn't go to school. So it's a really good environment to be associated with. And yeah, I want to coach at a high level, so this is a stepping stone, and we'll do it for 1, 2, 10 years and keep them flags, and then we'll move on.
Brett Backwell from Prince Alfred Old Collegians. Remember the name. Michael Dowdy from the Adelaide Footy Club to Ranella, from champions one year, beaten in the first round.
Yes.
Excuse, please.
I'm getting too old. No, we've had a bit of a change in the guard. Bring a lot of young kids out today, and obviously come up against a pretty good PAC Div 1 team. So we were pretty happy with our first half. We gave it a shot, and our effort was good, but they were too strong in the end.
Tell us, so much footy over such a long period of time. Some enormous highs at the Adelaide Footy Club. Tell us about the attraction to go back and play at Ranella.
Home club, grew up there, and Dad loves to watch the footy as well, so getting back there, I still love playing, the team camaraderie, getting the change room, stirring some stuff up. I'm a competitive person, as you know. I like to keep myself fit, and I just enjoy the local footy atmosphere, and getting back and helping your local club means a lot to the community. So, and like today, you see a lot of clubs playing pretty hard footy to represent their community.
Where's footy at this sort of grassroots level at the moment? Because we see Indigenous teams, we see the Women's League, so many other different leagues growing. Grassroots footy can't be forgotten. It's pretty important.
It's very important. I think the AFL's got a responsibility to make sure they support these community footy events and teams, and make sure the grassroots, that they feed the AFL systems. The country footy, they're struggling. A lot of clubs are shutting down, so the AFL's got a responsibility to make sure they support these communities, and we get the best footballers coming through the junior ranks, so the standard of footy at AFL level reaches what we hope to be a great game.
A couple of quick ones before we let you go. We thank you for your time. AFLW, tell us about it, because there's a grand final on today, and your old mob, my old mob,
Yep.
Our old mob, they're playing.
Yeah, it's exciting. I haven't said much about it, but to take my hat off to them. They've done a great job in their first year. Obviously, it's still developing, and they're only going to get better. They're having a crack, the girls, and they're enjoying it. They're showing us that footy's meant to be fun, and they're enjoying playing against each other. And the communities are getting behind it. That they can get in for nothing and watch a good game of footy. And let's hope we can get behind our girls today and get a trophy in the cabinet. We haven't had one for a while.
Behind the girls today, behind the boys tomorrow, they got a big game up against GWS at Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. GWS, a lot of top-end talent. So, but I've got a sneaky feeling our boys will come out firing and put them to the sword early, and hopefully we can hang on.
You were playing in 2006, playing against the West Coast Eagles,
Yes.
playing at Amy Stadium. What did you think when you came off the ground at the end of the day? It's very topical at the moment.
It's very topical. I probably won't say too much, but
You don't have to.
I was disappointed with, obviously, the loss to start with, and obviously what's come out now, what's done's done. You can't be bitter. We lost. We lost the game, so you can't blame anyone else. We had a lead at half time. You can't look back on what could have been. At the end of the day, they were a better team on the day, and whatever's happened, and we try and move on.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Chris. Over now to cricket. West Torrens have defeated Kensington to take out the first grade cricket grand final at Woodville Oval. After Kensington sent West Torrens into bat, the openers got them off to a great start, but it was Lee Drennan's century that helped West Torrens post an impressive 334. In reply, Kensington were put on the back foot at 2 for 16 thanks to an excellent opening spell by Braden Renshaw, dismissing both the openers. Trent Kelly also impressed with the ball, posting figures of 4 for 45, rattling the Kensington middle order. Alex Ross was the highlight, with the bat for Kensington remaining undefeated on 97, on their way to being all out for 176. West Torrens' Lee Drennan was named Player of the Match for his century in the first innings. And the winning didn't stop at the cricket for West Torrens. By defeating Port Adelaide, West Torrens are the new Division 1 baseball champions. Coming from 4-0 down, West Torrens was able to stage an amazing comeback to win 5-4. At the bottom of the 8th innings, it was Ryan Muggleton who put the team in the lead. And Nathan van der Linden was named Most Valuable Player for the game, and West Torrens manager Tyrone Hambley says he was proud and that the team have worked really hard for the win. And finally, Sport SA are looking for donations to make a South Australian Sports Museum a reality. Creating the museum will be a way to acknowledge the achievements of our sporting greats and inspire all South Australians. It is hoped that the South Australian Sports Museum will feature the state's most comprehensive sports collections from a diverse range of sports. The museum will also be a way to honour men and women of South Australia and their contribution of sport to our way of life. Anyone interested in donating to the museum can contact Sport SA. Well, that's all from me. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Olivia. Stay with us for the next hour. Plenty of sport coming up.